Hey guys, what's going on? Chris Goff, LGR. Just want to thank everyone for coming and checking out our new YouTube platform. Hope everyone's fine during this virus madness. If you're anything like me, you're probably bored to death, but you're thankful that you're able to spend some time with your loved ones. So I've been researching a couple different ideas of how we can continue to grow our platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to interview some college coaches. We're going to get their recruiting philosophy. We're going to get how do they recruit players, what are they looking for in players, different things about their program, and kind of leave it up in their court just to get a different perspective from a college coach. So hope you guys look forward to it. Episode number 1 is right around the corner. Thanks. First episode, I guess we can say, of with our LGR, talking to a couple of these college coaches during this quarantine time. We have Mr. Bob Austin here from LSUA.
Hello.
Coach had a great year. I know they had some injuries and they were playing with 5 kids, six kids. Who knows? They might have even played with 4 at time. But Coach, you guys want to talk about the program and what y'all got going on over at LSUA?
Yeah, we just finished our 6th season in program history, so we are going to be starting our 7th next fall. Lucky number 7, the 7 dwarves, the 7-minute abs, all that. So should be a good year. We're expecting to be another good year for us. Obviously, we're losing 3 seniors that were very key, 2 point guards, and then our small forward or strong forward. I guess you played our 4, but really key in the success of our program the last couple of years has been these seniors. And that being said, we're bringing back a bunch of young kids that are in our program already and signed 4 high school kids last November. So we are looking at having another strong year, good showing. Got a good variety of new players coming in, some shooters, some drivers, some little post players, stuff like that. So looking to build on where we've been and what we've done. And you are 100% correct. We've actually played with 2 people. At one point during the season, we had 6 to start the game, and our point guard rolled her ankle, and so we didn't. That was in the first half, so we didn't play her in the second half, and then we started fouling out down the last 5-6 minutes of the game, and ended up losing by 32 points, 136 to 104, with 2 players. So we put the ball in the hoop. We just didn't stop them from putting it in enough.
No doubt. So for those of you guys that don't know, actually whenever I first started getting into college coaching, Bob was at Southeastern and he took the LSUA job and opened up a spot at Southeastern. That's where I got my foot in the door, I guess you can say. So I've been knowing Bob for some time. He does a great job.
Yes.
Really, really good with these girls, man. You've done a great job building that program from the ground up. It's been fun to watch, and we got high expectations for you guys. Hopefully this quarantine virus goes away and we can get you guys back to normal sooner rather than later.
Yes. Yeah, we I can't take all that credit. Coach Chris Johnson was a student assistant with us at Southeastern, and then came up here and helped me start this program, and probably more of the credit goes to him than anyone really. He's done a great job of recruiting, coaching, in-game situations, and all that kind of stuff. I can't give him enough credit.
No doubt. So I guess we'll move on to the next question. This question I think we're going to ask everybody, just a little funny one. Who you first got into head coaching, who was the first person you felt like out-coached you?
Oh, man, that's everybody. That's a real tough one. I think I guess anybody that's beaten us, which we for the first 5 years or so, 4 years we were about 500 plus or minus a game or 2, and then the last 2 years we've been nationally ranked and receiving votes and stuff like that. So we've had better seasons, but I think more of it is on us. I think maybe we made the wrong strategy. We went zone. We should have gone man or something like that. I'm big on let's do what we can do and be great at that, and not worry about necessarily as much of what the other folks are trying to do in that. This year we've had a lot of folks face guard Kelsey Thaxton, our little shooter in the corner. I think she finished number 4 in the country in scoring and led the nation in 3 made field goals per game, with being face guarded most of the season. So I think you just put your kids in the right positions and teach them like, if they're doing this, this is the action that we take that kind of breaks that, and then just let them go make plays.
No doubt, no doubt. It's definitely good whenever you got somebody that can fill it up like that. Just
yes.
like make plays.
No doubt.
So like with that, speaking of your team, who and how have you been keeping up with the girls? Y'all been doing any workouts? Like how is that going with all this?
No, I send out a group me message every once in a while just to kind of make sure they're still doing their schoolwork, and it's a different time right now. What's going on across the country, and not just in college, but for everybody, and just kind of keep them on pace. Just, hey, I know you want to take a nap, and I know you want to do social media, and I know you want to do all those things, but let's set some time apart in the morning, get your work done, get ahead of the game a little bit, so to speak. It's different. I think it's probably tougher, or the toughest semester that they're probably going to have, being that this transition happened. Try to relay that message to them, and continue to keep working, because there's a lot of distractions out there that can get you going, and you put something off, and I'll wait for tomorrow, and then I got to do this. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, and then Instagram pops up, and Twitter gets rolling, and then all of a sudden you're like cramming 4 assignments in the last half hour, and I know firsthand experience when I had to take an online class. When I was in college, I only took one, and I would never take another one again, because I'd get to class that morning, and my classmates would, hey, did you do that assignment for our online class? I'd be like, oh man, I'll be right back, and I'd go try to get it done real quick. So I'm not online. I got to be in class. I like to ask questions, see people face to face, and that kind of stuff. So this is a little bit different. Send out some group me's, text, calls, stuff like that, but mostly group me. And as far as scheduling for us, when our season gets done, and maybe we're a little different than a lot of programs, we pretty much are done with them. We don't do a whole lot of like practices and stuff when the season gets done. When we have a recruit coming in, so that's what we're missing right now, is when we bring recruits in to play pickup in the afternoon. We practice 5:50 in the morning pretty much all year long. So now you get a little bit of time to be a college student and maybe not get up at 5:50 in the morning. And typically we would let them kind of do that, and then just send out a little group, hey, we got a recruit coming in on Friday. We're going to play from 2 to 4. Make sure you're over there, and come see them. But we don't do a whole lot of like workouts. You can go set the gun up for them or something like that. But for the most part, I guess maybe it's the way that the NAI rules kind of fall too. We get 24 weeks to practice with them, and we through the year. So we use most of those like right when we get started in school. We start going, and it's pretty hardcore up to that point. Now we get to the end of the season, it's time to relax a little bit, let them be college students, and just see them whenever they stop by, maybe between classes or something, come by the office to say hello, and then whenever we have recruits in, which unfortunately right now we're not having recruits in.
Yeah, I love that. Give them a little bit of a break. I've kind of done the same thing in high school and everything. Everyone kind of wants to go. So I guess the next question is like, what kind of advice would you give a high school kid that, like you said, you made a good point. You're online, take care of your schoolwork. You talked a lot about schoolwork, not necessarily everything on basketball. So what kind of advice would you give prospective student athlete?
Oh, I focus on that school. I mean, that basketball stuff comes. We'll get you in the gym. The coaches will get you in the gym when it's time to be in the gym, and all that kind of stuff. That can come, but that schoolwork, once you get behind, it's hard to get caught back up. I don't know. I don't really know if there's a lot of people that are able to get into a gym right now across the country, and if you are, you got to be. You can't play one-on-one. Can't get that close. Maybe the way we play defense, we can play one-on-one because we stay about eight feet away from each other. But it's just I think it's different for everyone right now. But take care of the stuff that you can take care of. That schoolwork, you can do that stuff online, and for me, it would not work for me. I cannot. I'm maybe not a good teacher to teach myself. Um, I want to ask questions, and I want to have see people. Maybe I want to socialize a little bit too. But yeah, I would focus on that schoolwork, take care of that. I had one of our signees text me yesterday for my address to send out a graduation notice. I said, "Are we gonna have a graduate?" I mean, you're looking at proms and graduations, and I mean, that's just in high school kids. I mean, through the world. I mean, people are missing weddings. Golly, it's hard to really just imagine what is all how this has all really just affected everybody and everything. There's nothing that's going on except for me power washing my house,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
I would not. I've my house and my driveway and sidewalk. Oh man, I feel like I've been doing it for about a week, 6 hours a day. I wouldn't sign up for this again.
And the honey-do list is getting taken care of.
Yeah, well, we see that is that is something. I guess so. If there's going to be some advice, make this problem into an opportunity. Take an opportunity to connect with your family. That this isn't a time that you would ever normally have. Like my son and I, he's really gotten into fishing in the last couple of weeks. We've been casting in our front yard, practicing is what he calls it. Daddy, I want to go practice. I want to go practice. All right, let's go practice. So we tie in a little rubber weight, and he slings it out there, and that makes me excited because I like to go fishing, and so he hadn't really shown any interest in that. The other thing we did is we started. I went and found my wife's. I guess going through cleaning the garage and stuff like that, we found the Nintendo Wii. So my 5-year-old son and I have been playing some Mario Kart, having some good battles on that. So
I might have
you
to challenge y'all.
yes, you have to show me how to hook that up because I don't know. But yeah, I think take an opportunity to connect with your family. You're in there, play some games with them, get a board game out, make a puzzle, whatever. Just take an opportunity, make it an opportunity as opposed to making it a struggle or a detriment to what you got going on.
Absolutely, absolutely, I love it. It's all great points. One question that I get personally, and a lot of kids always ask, is what are you looking for in a recruit? What's your philosophy? How do you evaluate? How can kids help themselves, I guess, during this time? If you're 2021, we don't know if we're going to play summer basketball. We don't know if we're going to play fall. We don't know if, hopefully we play come high school. Like, how do you attack recruiting from from high school student athlete, and how do you attack it from LSUA head coach?
It's different. There's no if and ands or buts about it. I think don't be in a rush. Don't be in a hurry to try to. I'm big on having you come on campus. It's just really struggling. I want you to be here and see us, meet us, walk around campus, get a feel for it, because I want you to know what you're getting into. I don't want anything to try to be hidden that you didn't expect or understand that that's how it was going to be. I want you to have the full experience when you make that decision. Now, and it's not the end all be all decision. I mean, people change schools, they do that kind of stuff, but I'd like you to make the right decision. I'd like you to have the opportunity to see what we have. We're a smaller school. Not a lot of folks. I never even heard of LSUA until I was here getting a job, and I lived 45 minutes away from it for the first 5 years I was in Louisiana. So it's a new program. It's a smaller school. Our population has almost doubled since I've been here in the last 6 years. So it's grown a lot of good things that go on our campus. And I like people to see that, and I guess that's been a struggle for us. Now, as far as my recruiting philosophy is, number one, listen to Coach Chris. If he says this is the kid that fits our program, this is what they can do, then okay, that's what we're gonna do, and that's what she gonna do when she gets here. I'm gonna listen to him. He doesn't miss it very often. Right now, it's text messaging, phone calls, um, and stuff like that. Philosophy. Um, we've kind of chased talent maybe early on. The last couple of years, we've been maybe chasing character a little bit more. Um, and I guess we've had a little more success, won more games. I don't know if that's a product of that. We've had some very, very talented student athletes that have come in here really since we've been here, but maybe I'm just kind of now figuring it out how to play and the style that we need to be doing, and that might be more of what it is. Because I would say that we've had, looking back at it, we've had some really good, transfer from a lot of D1s. Just about every year we get one of those in, and so those are very talented kids. But we've been focusing on smaller schools and coaches' kids. I like that. I like coaches' kids. So if you're a coach and you have a kid that's playing, call me. And then the smaller schools around here, B's and C's classes that are around here, we can kind of recruit them a little bit. Maybe they're overlooked some, and it kind of fits into what we're doing, and kind of keep going from there.
Absolutely. You kind of touched on it again. Kind of leads me into the next question. You've been there for, was it 6 years?
6 seasons, yes.
Yeah, 6 years. What have a lot of people don't realize? Us as coaches, we teach and everything, and we try to implement our style and our life lessons into kids. What kind of lessons have the girls from LSUA impacted on you as a coach, as an individual? What have you learned from your girls?
I think it kind of goes hand in hand with parenting. Cooper he's 5, he'll be 6 this summer, or this late spring, I guess. He's still a spring baby, but right before summer. And I think transitioning from an assistant to head coach, as an assistant, you're kind of focused on just the area that you're dealing with. It may be recruiting, maybe travel, maybe equipment, whatever it is, you're kind of mostly focused on that. You have a little bit of a sense of what's going on with everything else, but I think dealing with budgeting and all that kind of stuff that you didn't think of, and that, I think you got to have the right people, and I think Coach Chris has done a great job. And I've had a couple of our former players that have helped us out after they got done coaching, and I've had another assistant that came and helped for a couple of years that was a high school coach and wanted to come down here and kind of help us get it going. And so I've been blessed with the opportunity to have the right people to kind of help us grow it. I don't think I have as big of a role maybe as those assistant coaches. I think they make it work. They make it go. They deal with a lot of the stuff that the head coach may not see or may not need to see, because sometimes we lose our mind a little bit on some issues that may not be as big of an issue as we initially think it's going to be. I think we've all been a part of that on both sides of it, so I think having them and like I said, I can't say enough about Coach Chris and the stuff that he's brought to this program.
I love it. When we was at Nichols, we had a saying. We'd always say, people make the place. It sounds like it's the same thing at LSUA. It's great people. It's a great place.
Yes.
I appreciate you spending some time with us. We'll let you get back to the Wii, Mario Kart, and the fishing and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Now the train's gonna start blowing horn.
Is
there anywhere the girls can follow you on social media at LSUA?
Yeah, there is Twitter. If I knew what it was, I think it's LSUA WBB, maybe at LSUA WBB is our women's basketball Twitter, and then mine is Coach Bob _Coach _Bob, I believe. If you're a recruit out there and you don't send me an email, I don't look at them. Send Coach Chris; he'll look at them and give them to me. I guess I just don't look at emails. I'm not very good at that technology stuff. You can text me, you can call me, you get a lot better chance of me getting back to you, in that sense. But yeah, just if you're gonna send out an email, don't send it to Coach Bob. It's sitting in that inbox and it's not getting clicked very often. I need to do a better job at that, because I tell our student athletes, you got to check your email right now because that's how these teachers are communicating, and I need to get in there and probably look at it. I don't know. I really don't. I'm not a big fan of email.
Hey, that's all right. That's actually an article I wrote on sending emails and everything, and I made sure that you attach all the assistant coaches because I can only imagine. I was never a college head coach, but I can only imagine how full that inbox gets. I got rather full.
Yes, yeah, they start piling up quick, and it's real easy to get behind, and you get behind by a couple hundred emails, and then it's just like, well, forget it. I'm not dealing with it. We'll figure it out. We were and you were going to have some camps, and we were trying to put a camp in, and we're going to maybe try to do it again next year. We were going to be doing it, I guess, probably about 2 weeks from now, or 3 weeks. I don't. We were trying to look at doing like a recruiting unsigned seniors event up here, and trying to live stream it. So we were trying to work around our baseball and softball schedules when they weren't doing, so I could get the cameras into our gym and try to do that. So that might be something that we try to put together next year, since we're not able to do that, just and send everyone the Huddle link, or I guess it goes to, I guess I could put it on Huddle and then send them all. I don't know how I would have to figure that part out too, but just try to help some kids. We got a lot of smaller schools around here that don't get the visibility and stuff like that. And if I can get them on campus and invite some coaches, which Division I, they have different rules. They probably can't come to it or anything like that, but they might be able to watch a link that we email them or something like that. So
Sure.
We'll continue to try to do that. We'll hopefully be able to have one. We usually do it September on campus for us to bring in our recruits and kind of have a good look at them. And that's what we've done the last couple seasons, where we've really focused in on that camp. And we've signed a bunch of kids over the last few years that have attended that. So we'll look on our Twitter, look for those camps, and we put that up there on there, because that's a good way to for us to at least get to really see and get to know you, and then kind of start that recruiting process. We're not out on the road watching a lot of high school games. We go to some tournaments, try to get to the top 28, stuff like that, but we're not traveling. We just don't have the budget, and I got kids, so that makes me be at home a little bit more. My wife is a nurse, and so she works long hours, and so I got to get the kids from daycare and school and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, life goes on. That's all great information, man. I really appreciate you sharing that with our girls and everything. Again, Bob, I can't thank you enough, man. We go back 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Everything that you've done.
Yes. Well, thank you for everything you're doing with LGR, and I think it's great. I thought the event that we came down to last October or so was amazing. I thought it was a real deal, and look forward to it growing, and these top 25s kind of coming out every year and all that kind of stuff. So keep it up, and we'll keep doing our part.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.